Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this evening for the amazing Bee Workshop with Malia'Kekia. Said it right, yes. Woohoo! Okay, my name is Melissa Park. I'm the Outreach and Special Projects Program Manager with GirlBeHeard. For folks who do not know about our organization, we are a nonprofit organization that builds leaders, change makers, activists through developing, amplifying, and celebrating the voices of girls and young women through socially conscious theater making, storytelling, and performing. Before passing the mic over to Malia'Kekia, I would love for folks to be reminded that this is a safe space. It's a fun place. It's also a playful place, as we all will find out shortly. So we want to remind folks to keep their mics off when others are talking, unless we're told otherwise, of course. That we are also live streaming. That means that we're going to be on YouTube and Facebook. So if anyone doesn't feel comfortable or has any issues with that, please let our amazing comms team, Olivia, know. She's on this call as well. It's under GBH Tech. And I think we're going to have an amazing time. I know that we're going to have an amazing time. Malia'Kekia, I want to pass it over to you.
Mahalo, Melissa. Aloha, everyone. Hi, Juliana. Mahalo for showing up. I am Malia'Kekia. I use both she and they pronouns. I also welcome the word oya, which in Hawaiian means she, he, they, and it. Native Hawaiians believed that there was only one pronoun as opposed to all the different genders. So before we start, I also I'll do an audio description. I'm gonna turn my self view so I can really see. So I am wearing bright pink, bubblegum pink headphones. I have really dark chocolate hair that's pulled into a messy bun that's held by a wooden flower. I am an Indigenous woman with white skin, fair skin with freckles and almond brown eyes. I have on a royal purple shawl and a striped purple dress and a silver necklace with an amber pendant. And behind me, there's a plant on my right and a white piece of paper with a bunch of scribbles on my left. And above me, you'll see some candles. For all that are looking. All right. I also want to take the moment and acknowledge the land, the Aina that we are on, acknowledging that GirlBeHeard is coming from the Munsee and Lenape lands. I live in North Adams, Massachusetts right now, and this land, it belongs to the Mohican and the Abenaki Confederacy people. So honoring the people, the native peoples whose land that you're on, honoring their struggles, honoring their joy, their radical joy through all of us in this moment. To really ground it, I invite all of us to close our eyes, find a right alignment in your spine, something that feels really good for you. Yeah. And with your eyes closed, allowing your jaw to fall open, breathing in and out of your jaw. Actually, if you have a mask on, it's really helpful because you could literally feel the breath coming to and from. Allowing your bones to melt into your body, to acknowledge the Aina, the land, the floor that you're on, whatever way feels good. Maybe it's through your feet, through your sit bones. Just letting us be nourished. In a moment, I'd love to offer a ke'oli kahea, a call, a chant. This is from my kumu, my teacher, Kumu Maili of Kahalehoaka on the Muku, the island of Molokai. This chant is chanting that we stand peacefully in the calmness of the earth, in a world of everlasting love, with the moonlight of Hina that's awakening the moon, the night of the Ho'aka moon, rising in the east. This is a call from here. This is a call from where I stand. And then I'll follow that up with a personal ancestral chant, yeah, to strengthen all of our Amakua and our Kapuna, our ancestors, each of us. And I invite you to say your names out loud after we're done. Yeah, so again, finding just really stillness and alignment in your spine. Malia'Kekia o kahunua, I kahunua ke aloha mauloa, ua alama I kamalama o hina, I ka pohoaka, mai ka hikina, e he ala, e he amai nei, e he ala, aloha mai lie. Vehi o kalini o kalani o kamamalu. 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 Malia'Kekia. Honoring all those who shared their name, be it to themselves or out loud. So honoring what isn't being shared as equally valid. In this moment, taking your hands and putting them in front of your face and rubbing them together as fast as you can, like you're making a little fire. Go, 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 get that heat. Yeah, even faster, Juliana. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, and taking our hands on an inhale and on an exhale, letting your palms come into your eyes, receiving your own warmth, receiving your own empowerment, your own kapuna, your own ancestors. And on your next inhale, slowly lifting your palms up from your face and your fingertips towards your camera, gently flickering your eyes, seeing these amazing humans in front of you, the best humans that you'll ever change the world with right now. Mahalo ho'omakai, many blessings. Great. All right, so let's check in, yeah? I would love to hear. I'll put this also in our chat so we could reference it and follow along. But I would love to hear your name and your pronouns and how do you feel right now in this moment in 3 words or sounds. And if you could describe what joy feels like in your body or what joy means to you. And then nominate the next player, yeah? And you could also nominate me as well. I'll also be checking in with you. Anyone can start.
I can start.
Great.
My name is Olivia. My pronouns are she, her. How do I feel in 3 sounds or words? Good, relieved, and like a nice breath. And joy. Right now it feels like relaxing and taking time for myself. Definitely meditation too. And I'll nominate Melissa.
Awesome, awesome. Hi, I'm Melissa, she, her pronouns. 3 sounds or words, this, how do I feel? First one, second one, and third one, Sorry, Julian. Julian, I screamed. I'm so sorry. You were like, I woke you up, didn't I? And third one. Feel like that's good. And then I am gonna go, Juliana, I woke you up. So your turn.
Hi, I am Yana, and I'll go by she, her. And then three words that I feel right now is calm and exciting, and then a little bit threat. Maria.
Awesome. Yana, do you also want to share what joy means or feels like to you? And no is also okay.
Radical joy for me.
Yeah, or not even radical joy, just joy. Like, what does joy feel like in your body?
Enjoy things that you're doing, and
Mm.
you really feel it by heart, like that.
Perfect.
Do you want
Mahalo.
me to
Thank
say
you.
what is okay? Do you want me to say what's radical joy for me?
You can. You absolutely can.
Okay. So for me, radical joy is even though you're having an internal conflict, you still enjoy things that you like.
Mm.
That's it.
Mahalo. Great. Welcome, Velina, to those who are just joining us. Looks like Olivia, mahalo, Olivia. Great work. Put our check-in in the chat. I invite you to turn your screen on if you're feeling courageous. And if you're willing to jump in, know that you'll be after me. So here we go. My name is Malia'Kekia. Again, I use she and they pronouns. Also know that Malia'Kekia is the entirety of my first name, and it's totally okay to get it wrong. So you can ask as much as you need, yeah? My secret is to ride the E, Malia'Kekia, like a wave. I feel, yeah, exactly, Melissa, you got it. I feel really grateful. I feel curious. And I feel like, and to me, joy feels really vulnerable. It feels bigger than who I am. Like, it feels really expansive. It feels breathtaking. To me, I use the analogy of like swimming out in the center of the pool, like being in the middle of the ocean floating for all to see. That's what it feels like to me. Dina, would you be willing to check in with us?
Hi, I am Dina. I feel comfortable. I like to share with people.
Mahalo, Dina. Yeah, and feel free, Dina, you're welcome to talk in your native tongue if that's comfortable for you. And it's okay if I don't understand at all. That is so welcome. Yeah? Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
I might be saying it wrong. Kai?
Hello, good
Hi.
afternoon. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hello. I'm joining from Trinidad. GirlBeHeard Trinidad, actually. So I'm just excited to be here.
Great. And how do you feel? How do you feel if you were to put it into 3 words or less?
Excited. I'm excited right now. Yeah.
Yes.
I am. Yes.
Heard.
Yes.
Heard. Acknowledging too, I also heard you excited before. So thank you for that. And if you were to describe what joy feels like to you, what would that be?
Oh, joy. Okay. So in Trinidad, around this time of the year, we have a tree that blooms. It's called the pui tree. Beautiful, bright yellow. And then the flowers, they fall on the savanna ground. So joy to me is like just jumping into that flower and just dabbling and waving and dancing. That is joy. This is a beautiful time of the year here.
Mahalo. I so feel that. Thank you. Thank you for bringing in that beautiful yellow flower all the way from Trinidad. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
We
Thank
have to
you.
come visit you, Akai. It is cold here in New York. Okay, Trinidad is my favorite place in the world. So,
Really? Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
my
Yes.
family's from Trinidad. My mom's from Toco. So,
Really? Oh my
yes,
gosh, Toko is such a beautiful place.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes,
Thanks for
yes,
sharing
yes.
that.
Yes, yes. Well, feel free to come anytime. We'll go take on the Toko Beach.
Yes, take you up on that offer. Don't forget.
Definitely.
Amazing. All right. Okay, so that's us in a nutshell right now. I actually am in the mindset when I facilitate online, I like breaking all of the Zoom rules because why not? So at any time you want to unmute, you're free to do so. At any time you have a question or you would like to share something that's really resonating for you, please feel free to just unmute yourself, liberate yourself from that button. Yeah. The chat you could also utilize too, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. Great. So just some guidelines around how we would like to be in community with each other today. I'm going to show us a slide. Meow, meow. And I would love if anyone is feeling courageous enough to help us read some things out loud. I invite you all to use your voice because we are co-creating this space together. Yeah, so this is just our welcome. Welcome to our Artivism workshop. We're going to be talking a lot about play and how we use play as a form of activism for social justice for ourselves and for others. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go, there's 6 bullet points here. There's 3 on this slide and 3 on the next slide. These are our applications for implementing play as a radical act of joy. And is there anyone who would be willing to read this first bullet point?
Can I? Okay. This allows empowerment of your individual voice while also creating space for each other to be accountable for themselves.
Oh, appreciating your courage, Juliana. Mahalo. Yeah. So we're going to speak from I. This actually is really vulnerable because oftentimes um, we generalize. We say, you know, oh, well, when you do this, right? And actually, we're talking about ourselves. What comes from me goes outward, right? So how do we really use speaking from I as a way to empower ourselves and each other? Great job. Anyone willing to read this second bullet point? And there's only a couple of us here in this Zoom together, so it's okay. If you're like feeling real courageous, you can keep going too.
Can I? Okay, holding space. Before the other defines holding space as being fully present without needing to fix, resource, or verbally validate someone else's pressure.
Mahalo. Yeah, it's fantastic. I didn't say this before. Before the Other Creations is the name of my company. I'm the co-founder of it, along with my partner, Christopher Joseph Beaulieu. And this is what we do. We teach play, mostly to adults, but also to students in both the educational institutions and corporate offices. And so this is a guideline of how we really want to show up with each other, right? How do we be for the other? How do we become really generous around letting people have their own experiences? And also welcome to whoever just joined. Great. Anyone else wanting to read? We're at this 3rd bullet point.
May I?
Oh my gosh, Juliana, let's go. Let's go, Mamita. Here we go.
Okay. Trusting that each us, trusting that each person has their own answers, This belief alone changes how we are able to empower and support ourselves and one another.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good, this one. Trusting that each person has their own answers, which really goes along with how we want to be holding space, right? Fantastic. Great bravery. Let's see if my slide will change for me. Please hold. Oh, come on, Google Slides. Just gonna give it a moment. And while we're doing this, I'd love to welcome
Let me know if you need anything.
Thanks. Mahalo for your patience, everyone. Just, you know, sometimes my computer has a mind of its own. Being in play. Here we go. All right. Great. And so these are our last three that we're looking at today. Our applications for implementing play as a radical act of joy. Anyone else care to read? If not, Juliana's gonna like keep checking away.
I can offer my voice.
Great. Mahalo, Melissa.
Empower your being, empower your space. There is no way to be, just your way of being. Please do what you need to do for yourself to best stay present. Pace, doodle, stretch, spontaneous outburst. I just have to add that because it's fun.
Yes. Yes. Mahalo. And absolutely, yeah. So in using a play mindset, I believe that listening looks really differently on everybody. And so this isn't a school classroom where I don't expect you to be, you know, sitting at your desk with eyes the whole time. You do what you need to do for yourself to stay present. Yeah. Great. Okay. The next one, this is the second bullet. Anybody else?
I would love to.
Great.
Hide yourself, hide self-view if you are willing. Comparison is the quickest way to kill joy. What might become possible when you release the need to see yourself in your view?
Yeah, mahalo. This was a way when the pandemic started, and I was trying to figure out how to make Zoom really feel like we were all together in person. And I realized that part of this for me was allowing my mind to ease without having to be constantly confronted with the image of myself. Yeah, because comparison is the quickest way to kill joy. And so how to hide yourself view, you can go up to your personal box, and at the top right corner, there's 3 little dots, and you're gonna click on that. And then there's a drop down, and you should see, it says hide self view, and you click on that. Yeah, and then poof, your face is gone. And it feels really scary. It feels really vulnerable at first because you're like, where am I in the screen? And it's a fun experiment to see, does that serve you, or actually is it more comforting for you to have yourself there? Yeah, it's just one way to experiment around, really playing with it. Yeah, great. And the last one, any final brave soul wanting to read that last bullet point?
May I?
Yes, take us home.
Okay. Becoming aware of your breath.
Yeah.
Breathing through an open and relaxed jaw allows one to stay grounded, focused, access, and receive new information with ease. To play is to feel, and to feel is to rest.
Mahalo. Awesome. Yeah. So in this moment, the breath is actually how we start play. Yeah. Um, which we've already done in our grounding, in our centering exercise when we started. And I asked you to shut your eyes and to open up that jaw and breathe through an open mouth. That's actually where play begins. Yeah. So to play is to feel, tapping into our feelings, and to feel really simply is to breathe through an open and relaxed jaw. This comes from the work of Kristen Linklater. And the whole idea is like, well, first, has anybody ever cried in public? We got a solid nod there.
Yes. On
No,
the subway.
yes, on the subway, totally.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, thank you.
I feel like I go to the grocery store sometimes just to cry because I don't know why, but it always happens there for me. I'm not proud of it. It's just what it is. Yeah. So for those of us that have cried in public before, what's kind of some of the first things that our jaw does, if you notice it, what we tend to do? Sorry, I'm seeing Melissa make a fist. Yeah, we close our jaw. We control it. We clench up. And so when we come out of the womb as babies, we come out with a really open mouth. We're all excited. We're messy. We're unapologetic. We're loud, right? And as we go through our life, we are literally taught how to turn ourselves off from our feeling, how to control it through our jaw. And so actually, it's a very radical act to choose to feel your feelings at any given moment. And so that starts with releasing that jaw and breathing. And so often today, when I'm asking you how you feel, I'll also be asking if your jaw is relaxed. Yeah, or if you can, if you're willing to relax your jaw. And so for the folks that are not on camera with us, if and whenever you choose to come on, yeah, just know that that's something that we'll be focusing on. And we could all do that together, even just now. Notice as you're listening, is your jaw shut? And what might it feel like to release that jaw and breathe? Great, perfect, Juliana. Yeah. Great. So any questions, thoughts, anything resonating, any bubbles popping up to the surface around those 6 things that we're kind of looking at to hold our space today? Speaking from I, holding space, trusting each person has their own answers, empowering yourself to be present in whatever way that looks like for you, hiding your self-view possibly, and breathing through an open, relaxed jaw. Questions, thoughts, concerns? If you feel really good about it, feel free to give me a little heart or a little disco, whatever feels good, or a big heart with a disco. Yeah, great. Seeing some. Olivia, you good? Yeah,
Yes.
great. Dina, are you good? Bueno?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
All right. So before we begin to play, even though we've already begun because we're breathing and we're feeling together, I'm really curious to know, we talked about joy in our check-in, right? What does it mean to be joyous? And so now the question is, what in your life is radical? What does it mean to be radical? Thoughts, feelings, feel free to type it in the chat, say it out loud. What does it mean to be radical? You'll know if you're meant to speak if you can feel your heart beat really fast, or if your feet get really hot and tingly, or your ears get a little bit hot, start sweating. It's usually good signs that your body's ready to speak. What does it mean to be radical? What does radical look like in your world? And if there's nothing there, then what's getting in the way of being radical for you? Yeah.
I think like, especially now, like we're looking at the pandemic, like the closing of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And like, I think during that time, like we've shown so much resilience, right? And like, and now I feel like it's a time to have like restorative justice.
Mm,
I think about what that looks like, but also, you know, I think being radical in the way that we want change and we see the changes that we want and it being tangible. So like knowing that there's need to be change, but actually being actionable about doing it. I think that's radical. I think that's super cool. And I see a lot of young people doing that already, which is just so exciting to be a part of that journey as well. And also doing radical things myself too. I think I'm pretty cool too that way. So
yes. Yes. And what radical things do you do that you think are super cool, Melissa, if you're willing to share?
Like, do we have enough time?
Let's go.
I think I'm a pretty good leader. Like I think that I think I'm fair, and I think
Yes.
I will always remember this from Kobe. Like, you know, a leader is someone that doesn't always lead, but is someone who gives people the experience of being a leader. So that's I've always taken that to heart and definitely have learned that from him. It feels I don't have my screen on. I can't see myself. So it's like I don't know, like I feel like you all see me, but it's like I'm in this weird space where okay, Olivia's looking at me, so I know people are seeing me. Yeah, give me an eye. Yes, I see you. So yeah, I think I'm a pretty good leader.
You're doing great. Appreciating your vulnerability and turning your self-view off, Melissa. And I hear you saying that part of how you're radical in your life is being like an empowerer of others, giving others an opportunity to be. Yeah, great. Mahalo for sharing. Anyone else want to add anything around what does radical look like to you? Maybe who does it in your life? What gets in the way of being radical? You could type it too, and we could read it out. And if you're ready to go on, you could just give me a thumbs up or a little heart. All right, great. So I'll share a little bit around what being radical looks like to me, which to me, being radical is being who I was on the playground when I was 5. Because that child on the playground was a real unapologetic and free. And I was a person that like was a collector. Like I really liked finding who wasn't playing with someone and then finding a way to play with them or to create a game where how many people could play at once was like my own little experiment always. And so to me, it's how do I incorporate that 5-year-old on the playground into my adult everyday life? Yeah. And for those of you who are still exploring your youth, how do you continue to cultivate that and bring it into adulthood, knowing that that is so worthy and needed to stay intact with you? Because to me, that's radical. It's really radical when I am so myself that I can walk into a space and it gives other people permission to be exactly who they are, right? All they are. Knowing that play holds the paradox that I love. I mean, I'm a lover of Shakespeare always, and Shakespeare says it best. Shakespeare says there's no such thing as good or bad, but thinking makes it so. What again puts us back in the feeling of our breath. That how we feel is just as important as how we think. Yeah, if not more, because that's how we align with our truth. So to me, feeling my feelings all the time is really radical and can be really joyous as well. Great. So in thinking about this idea of radical joy and of how you might be incorporating it and cultivating it in your life, I would love to offer the question up around, who do you want to be when you grow up? Or who do you want to be even right now in this moment? It could be one or the other. And once you have it, could you put it in the chat? Yeah. Who do you want to be when you grow up? Who do you want to be right now? You could answer one or the other, whatever feels most alive for you. Thank you. Mahalo for that. And notice if you're thinking and your jaw's shut, and see if you're willing to open up that jaw and breathe and just allow whatever comes to the top of your mind to be enough. Yeah. Great. Beautiful, Dina. Dina says, someone that people can be proud of the person that I am. Yes, snaps. Beautiful. Love, yes. Wait, do you want to be love, or are you saying love to Dina?
I'd say love to Dina, but yeah.
Yes. Great. Olivia, do you have any other thought around if you could choose who you wanted to be right now?
When I grow up, oh, that feels silly because I feel like I've grown up, but then I'm like, oh, we have so much more time to grow up. I would say a really good person. Like someone who's very kind.
Okay. We have a really good, kind person for Olivia.
All right, Olivia, you already are all those things.
Yes.
You're so awesome.
Aw, thanks.
Juliana, what about you?
I don't have a specific person who I want to be, but I have a dream. I want to become an actress or a dancer. Yeah, like, you know, the Blackpink music. I want to do that because I really love dancing and singing too.
Amazing.
She's such a good dancer.
Great. Okay, so we got like dancer, actor, singer, triple threat going on there. What about you, Miss Akai? Akai's still with us.
I think her connection went out, so she's trying to get back in.
Heard, mahalo. Melissa, what about you?
I think that I want to be a person who is more patient. I think, like, I always revere people who are patient, which is something I'm not. So probably I want to be like, I guess, like my mentors. My mentors in my life are just super patient and tolerate so much. So I actually kind of want to be like Ivy. I want to say it out loud. I love Ivy. Ivy's from the National Guild. She's so patient and so sweet. So I kind of want to be her. So
amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Great. Okay. So are you all ready to play? And I appreciate Olivia saying, you know, this is silly because I'm already grown. And that's the whole point of this, around this type of play, right? Is that we're always at choice. Because even when we're grown, we could all of a sudden shift and have a new career, even when we're in our 50s, 60s, 70s, right? Like that age is a construct, that we're always in recreation of ourselves. Literally, that's why we have playgrounds, right? Playgrounds are parks and recreation, that on the playground, we're always able to recreate who we are. We could be the princess and the pirate from one breath to the next. And so what I would love for us to do is I'm going to play a 3-minute song. And we are all going to turn our screen off. And in that 3 minutes, I would love for us to dress up as big as we can in the thing that we want to be. So more patience. Maybe you're dressing up like Ivy, Melissa. Juliana, you're dressing up as your actor, singer, dancer self. Olivia, you're going to find a way to dress up and be more kind, right? To be someone, Dina, that people can be proud of. Just really trying to embody what that might look like, and give yourself the permission to be silly altogether. Okay, Ho'omakau, are you ready? Yes? All right, feel free to turn your screen on. Come on back. Yes. Olivia, are you there? Dina, are you willing to get on your screen?
Damn, that's cute.
Amazing. Melissa, what do you have?
It's a unicorn. Can you not?
Unicorn?
I can't see myself.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, it's awesome. No, it's a rainbow unicorn. I totally see it now. I was
Yeah.
just seeing the front of it. Juliana, what say you? What have you transformed into?
I can't find anything. Like what I said, I want to be a dancer. So I believe dancers can wear whatever they want, and I want to just like this.
Yes, let's go.
I'm a belly dancer.
A belly dancer, amazing. Dina, what about you? Can we see? Can we, in Hawaiian, we say enana, like to look, like mira. One moment, heard 1 moment. Un momento. I didn't share what I wanted to be, but when I grow up, I want to be a house cat. Because I could just lay around in the sun and people would pet me and talk to me really sweetly, and my food would always get served to me, and it would be like a really easy, lush life. That sounds really exciting to me.
That's why you always say meow.
Yes, meow, exactly. Yeah, because right now your girl's working hard. Great. And so while we're here, take a moment and really being able to see each other. And I invite all of you to get as close as we can to the screen. And I know we don't, even if you're not looking at yourself, see if you're willing. Yeah, show us what eye color you have. And while you're doing it, see all of the eyes in this space with you. Notice all of their details, their shape, their color, how their eyelashes look. They're wearing makeup or not. Good. And pulling back away. And can you show each other the part of your face that you most love? What's the part of your face that you just love? Oh, yeah, we got some eyebrows, Olivia. Looks like we got some eyebrows. Yeah, we got, good. Notice if you're closing your jaw and see if you're willing to open it up. Yeah, we got more eyes. We got more eyes up in the house. Yes, eyes. Great. Nose? No, oh, yeah, good. So Juliana's correct. Can we, Polole, can you now show us, if you're willing, show us the part of your face that feels like the ugliest part to you? Not making it mean anything about who you are. Yeah, showing us. Yeah, good. Yeah, get out. Yeah, get real up close to it. Really let us see it. Let us have it. Come on. Sure. Yeah. Good. And taking a breath and letting that go. Totally, your head counts. Sure. Yeah, everything counts. The choice is always yours. Yeah, like pimples. So you're pointing to. Yeah. Good. And breathing, seeing, feeling, allowing. You know, whenever you're ready, you feel free to take it over and say, look at me, I'm ready. Yeah. And also, it's okay too if that doesn't feel right as well. Great. So now we have, well, first off, how is it dressing up for you? What was your brain chatter like? Were you like, oh my God, I can't find anything, or this is awesome, I know exactly what I want? What was it like for you? What was your brain chatter like?
I was thinking about how the person made me feel, like the
Mm,
person I was like dressed up or was thinking of, like who I want to be. And unicorns are also, this is like one of the closest things to me physically, but it was so perfect because like unicorn, like who doesn't like unicorns? It's like magical and fun and mystical. So yeah, I was just thinking more of the emotion versus like,
mm.
and then what does that manifest physically or tangibly? So
Akamai, so smart. That was a great way in to go from how does this make me feel, and then how can I represent that? That's perfect, Melissa. Mahalo. Anyone else? What was your internal chatter like around dressing up? Notice if your mouth is shut, see if you're willing to open it up and breathe. Mahalo, thank you. Translations. Yeah, for me, I always go through this feeling of being afraid that I'll show up as too much. Like, did I go too big? That always feels really alive for me when I play these types of games online, especially with folks that I'm meeting for the first time. And so therefore my mind turns into, can I allow myself to be seen as big as I am, right? As joyous as I am, because there's enough space for all of us to be big. So that to me is kind of what I go through in showing up with my kitty cat self.
Dina sent me her message,
Great.
and she said, I liked it because that's what I'm going to do when I grow up. Help people as a businesswoman,
Ah,
which I love.
yes, amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you could say out loud or typing it in? Just to say muchas gracias to Dina for sharing in that way. In preparation for this workshop, I use the word to ho'o mano'o mal, right? Which means we're going to take our thoughts and put them into the future. This idea of how do we cultivate and use our dreams as an act for radical joy. And it feels especially important today to be dreaming because of what's happening in our Supreme Court right now with Roe versus Wade. It was really, yeah, it's been a hard day for me to go, gosh, how am I supposed to show up? And with radical joy when I feel so much rage and heaviness and worry around what's happening. And that's exactly what oppression does. Is oppression tells us you can only focus on the solution, on trying to fix the problem. And actually what liberation wants us to do is go past it, is say, it's not just this problem, we're actually trying to lift it so that way we can understand where we're going. Like what's the horizon that we're headed towards, not just the tomorrow that we need. And so in cultivating our dreams, it's really important for us to take the time to dream today around what we want our futures to look like and embody. And I'm really inspired by the work of Dr. Sean Ginwright. He's an African-American poet. And Sean Ginwright says, you know, my ancestors, the people who are, all peoples who have come from slavery or a type of slavery, that those ancestors didn't dream about having an easier form of slavery. They dreamed of freedom. And so how do we play with our future in this way to dream together?
Can share.
Please.
My name is Shahira. Sorry, I've been like preparing dinner while listening to this workshop. And I was just really admiring the way you were facilitating the workshop, and I wanted to join for a bit. I learned that Dina misses her family because her family's in Ecuador, and she dreams about being back in Ecuador. And she said it's sad that she's feeling sad about it. That's why she's dreaming about it. So yeah.
Mahalo. Mahalo for bringing that in, and also honoring Ecuador as well and your family there. Any other reflections, thoughts?
Juliana asked me, she was like, when you were my age, what did you want to be when you grew up? I'm like, oh my God, 17. 17-year-old Melissa would be really proud of herself. But then I told Juliana, like, on the flip side, like, when I was 17, I was not thinking about, you know, she's doing a million different internships and just really doing the work. And I was like, I was not thinking about any of this. I was thinking about college, partying, like, that was my goals. But I wasn't even thinking about internships or what I want to do. So it was really cool moment that I'm just like, whoa, I haven't thought about this in a million years. At the same time, our next generation is rocking it, because we weren't thinking about any of those stuff. I mean, people I was growing up with didn't really. So that's why my reflection.
Hello. Way to ask the question, Yana, and also a way to look back and be able to share some joy and some pride around what you have done so far, Melissa. Yeah, they're all connected. So yes, you're getting a lot of love in the chat, Yana. Anyone else care to share? And if not, we are ready to move on to our closing exercise today. I can't believe the time went so fast. Lots of love, everyone. All right. Okay. So at this time, I invite you to get something to write on. I would say the most ideal would be like a pen and paper and using play, right? There's no one way, there's just your way. So if it's a Jamboard, if it's on your phone, whatever way works best for you, yeah? But you're wanting something to write on and something to write with. When you have it, can you give me a little heart? So I know you're ready. Hope ma kau kau. Heard heart, thank you. Yes, heard and seen.
I don't own a pen. I'm being real honest. I'm sorry. I gotta
Amazing.
type. I'm like thinking, I'm pretending to look around because I'm sorry. I do not have. I'm gonna use my phone.
All good. Yeah, all good. It's whatever works best for you. Using your phone is great. And I'm going to share my screen for this example because we'll be doing it in kind of different ways. So if you do have however your screen is set up on your phone or on your sheet of paper, at the top, I would love for you to write this sentence: my life jacket of play. Yeah, my life jacket of play. Be it the title of your document or the top of your paper. Looking at a fresh page, a fresh opportunity. Great. And then on one side of the paper, you're going to write, you don't even have to write this, but you're going to know that this is a column that represents the name of an inspirational person for you. Yeah. This is the name of an inspirational person. And then on the other side, what the opportunity is to really become aware and think about what are the qualities that you see this person demonstrating. Yeah. And this is around, I want you to be thinking when you're looking at the people in your life, what are the people that are exuding radical joy? Yeah. And or that are exuding playfulness. So for me, and you want to try and create at least, you can get anywhere from 3 to 5. You can go for 15 or 10. You can do as much as you want. And each one you get is a celebration. Yeah. Because even if you have one down, that is so enough. Okay. And yeah, I'll walk you through my examples and then I'll leave a space of silence for you to think, feel. So for me, a person that is demonstrating radical joy in play is my partner. And what I really see, the quality I see them demonstrating is humility. Okay. I'm a huge lover of Brene Brown. And what I'm pulling from her is courage. My mother, Michelle Manahuipoli, she has a willingness to be truthful. God, even when the truth hurts. Everyone loves a truth bomb. No one likes when it goes off. That is my mom. My friend Bernadette. She has such compassionate communication. And then there's my niece. She's 6. Her name is Okulani. She's so unapologetically herself. Yeah, so I'm really harvesting these qualities. That's what I see them, how I see them demonstrating radical joy. Yeah. Would it be helpful for me to leave this screen up while we write for, yes, great. So I'm gonna give us the space of, let's do 3 minutes and we'll check in after that, put a timer on for us. Feel free to turn your screen off if that serves you. And notice again, if your jaw is tight while you're doing this, and see if you're willing to drop that jaw and breathe. Through an open mouth. Really giving yourself permission for your answers to look completely different from these on the screen, that this is just a jumping off point, and that whatever is feeling true for you is welcome. Yeah, celebrating every person you're able to identify. Breathing, feeling, allowing. There are no accidents in play. Oh, perfect. All welcome. And finding a way to finish up that last thought, that last sentence, the last feeling. Taking your hands, or maybe it's even just your thumb if you're on your screen, and you're going to cover the list of names. So now what you're looking at is just the qualities, yeah? Taking your hands and covering over the names, finding contact, knowing that this is part of your lineage, your kupuna, your ancestors, your people. Letting them have contact with you, and you're just looking at the list of qualities now. Letting yourself read those over. And once you're done, I invite you to pick up your pen or get your thumb ready once more. And at the bottom of your list or of your screen, I would love for you to write, I know these qualities are my own because I can see them in others. Breathing, seeing, feeling. So you've written, I know these qualities are my own because I can see them in others. Muchas gracias for that translation. Mahalo. Yeah. And so we just have this space of a couple of minutes left, and I would love to hear your reflections on what are you feeling from that exercise, yeah? Or is somebody brave enough, courageous enough to read their qualities out loud? And when you do it, you would say, my life jacket of play. You would read all the things that you are, and you would say that ending sentence. Yeah, all is welcome.
May I?
Please, Yana.
I only wrote three questions.
Perfect, it's enough. Yes, it's so enough.
Okay, my life jacket of play.
And so really empowering all of us to be our own clown and find our own play, using these qualities as our life jacket. Like When I feel like I feel lost or afraid, or I don't know who I could be in a room, I bring in my qualities. I have them folded on a piece of paper so that I can remember, oh, this is what I'm walking in the room with. Yeah, I am all these things at all times. So it literally keeps me buoyed in the water. Yeah. Mahalo to GirlBeHeard, to Melissa, and Olivia and Nella and everybody, all of you for showing up. Again, I'm Malia'Kekia from B for the Other Creations, and it's been such a joy. Thank you so much.